What's going on, Facebook? Good morning. What's going on? What up? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, I went ahead and went live, man, but you know, the sun is out. The sun is crazy. So, you know, as long as we get the audio is good. So as long as the audio is good, we're straight. Lisa, what's going on? Miss Sap, what's good? If you folks can hear me all right, give me some thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay. Happy Friday to you as well. Happy Friday, happy Friday. All right, it's the beginning of the week for some, end of the week for others. Just another day for a few of us, right? All right, thumbs up, I see it. I see it, Ryan. What's good? Like I said, I'm going live because I wanted to give the original thoughts of the topic. So, excuse the sun. It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. On my way to the Scholastics. Nikki, what's happening? Keisha. All right, Miss Gibson. All right, cool. All right, now I see a lot of you asses. Are you guys at work? Or supposed to be at work? What's going on? All right, make sure you're safe out there. Make sure you're safe out there. All right, so listen, happy Friday to you. My name is Gigi for those of you that don't know. My page is a public page, so sometimes, you know, we catch folks that, you know, share some of the content and, you know, get some new faces on here. So I always want to make sure that I address everyone. I appreciate those following my page, participating in my posts, and the inboxes. The inboxes, man. I appreciate the inboxes for those encouraging my journey. I just started a YouTube page, so check it out. It's YouTube page is Gigi After Dark, Gigi After Dark. All right, I have a few posts up there right now, and I'm gonna start dropping. I have so much content, and I'm gonna start dropping it on there. And so it's going to be a little shift. I'm still going to do my lives. I'm still going to do my posts, but I'm also going to make sure that I get that content on YouTube. That way, it's cataloged on a platform. So like, subscribe, and share. That's the verbiage, right? Like, subscribe, and share. All right. What's good, Jerome Rome? Justina. All right, cool. I appreciate you guys jumping in. Like I said, excuse the crazy lighting and sun situation, man, but I wanted to get a live video in, so just listen. Don't talk, just listen. All right, so the topic for this morning is, and I promise you, 15 minutes. I'm on the clock. The topic for this morning is old school love versus new school lust. Now, before I even mention anything, understand that this is my perspective. All right, this is my perspective of relationship realist. And you guys already know the deal with the realist, relationship realist. That means what's real to me, what I've seen, what I've experienced, indirectly and directly. So that's what I talk about. I don't talk about stuff that, you know, I'm just making up. You know, I don't talk about things that, you know, are always trending, you know, or the hot topic. You know, I just talk about what's real, what I feel is real, and that particular message that needs to be shared at that time. All right. Whoa, hold up, let me know. Okay, we won't have to do it like that. We'll have to have the shade in. All right, so check it out though. old school love. So when you think about old school love, right, you think about, I'm gonna take it a couple generations back. You think about your great grandparents, your grandparents, you know, been together 50 years, 60 years, 200 kids, 2,000 grandkids, 4 million great grandkids, and so on and so forth. Right? Now, let's be real. Let's be 1,000% real. Madea, Nanny, and them, Nana, Big Mama, they had their own things going on, right? They had their own issues, right? They had their own indiscretions. They had their own secrets. They had their own. You know, the human beings is no different than anyone else. You know, but that old school love is just a little bit different because, you know, when you start thinking about the commitment of it, you know, they had a family first mentality. Yeah, I'm going in early. They had a family first mentality. So, you know, yeah, Granddaddy Daniel, you know, might have been doing his thing, but you know what was important to him? What was important to him to make sure that his kids were straight. You know, that his wife was covered. She had everything that she needed. You know, he made sure that there was stability in the household. Come on, man. Stability in the household, that was important. You know, you want to make sure that there was food on the table, that everybody was straight. All right, good. The Lord wants this message to come through. You see how that worked? All right, so that was what was going on, that mentality. And all right, because it's not just Granddaddy Daniel, but it's also, you know, Madea. She wanted to make sure that the household was good. You know, she definitely played her part. Her part, making sure that, you know, the kids was good, making sure that the house was straight. Now understand, I'm not necessarily talking about roles. I'm talking about the love, the passion. So what I'm saying is these are things that they wanted to do. These aren't just things that they did to say that they did to put it, you know, in the other person's face. This is stuff that they had wanted to do. That was a decision they made. You know, she made sure that you know, Grandpa was good. You know, even the conversations, there were certain things that happened. They ate together. You know what I mean? They prayed together. You know what I mean? They went to, you know, if church was a thing, I mean, old school, you gotta admit, old school is big on going to church. So they went to church together as a family. They went out to eat together as a family. They did old school things, man. Those are old school things. Those are things that you know, families do. Those are things that you know, husband, wife, even the courting process. Even the courting process was different. You know what I mean? The courting process was different. There wasn't squandering about, you know, who pays what. You know, a gentleman was a gentleman. He wanted to make sure that that woman knew that he was very interested, he cared about her, and he wanted to give her signs of security. Like, this is what you have coming to you, if you my lady. You know what I mean? That's that old school love, man. And old school love making is even a little bit different. You know what I mean? Old school love making is even a little bit different because, you know, you got to think about it. The openness of sexuality, I believe, was very different back then because there were certain things that you saved for, you know, your mate. You didn't give it all to them. You gave them something to look forward to as you guys grow, as you guys evolve as a couple. So it was different. I ain't saying it wasn't freaky deaky, because, you know, Madea and Grandpa Daniel, trust me, they was getting it in. I mean, he had her up against the wall and all that stuff. Don't think he didn't. Now I mean, getting to it. Getting to it. How you think all them damn kids popped off? Okay? Back to back. So all that was different, man. All that was different. All right. So let's jump over to the new school lust. Now, don't get me wrong. There's old school lust, and there's also new school love. But I believe that there's a big contrast. So that's why I want to talk about the difference between the two. All right. So this new school lust is very interesting because it comes from a different place. Like the lust comes from a different place. All right, so let me explain to you about that. So the new school lust comes from a different place in terms of people are now going after, can I say it? People now are going after attached individuals. Yeah, I said it, damn it. People are going after attached individuals, so that's what I'm saying is lust. You know, I'm talking about if a person is in a relationship and they're not happy, you know, or they're not quote unquote satisfied, and they're not willing to discuss the issues with their partner, they figure that, look, you know, I do this for myself, I take care of this and that, I'm a good woman, I'm a good guy, I deserve what I deserve. So they're gonna go out and get what they feel like they deserve. So it comes from such a selfish mentality that it doesn't matter who that individual is. You know, now I'm not saying that they're deliberately going after individuals that are attached, but what I am saying is because of the disconnect within that relationship, they're linking up and not asking enough questions. They're not asking enough questions for various reasons. One, they may not care. They may not give a damn. You know what I mean? You fine, you good. What's your paperwork look like? And yo, I'm trying to get it in. Is you with it or what? I'm just trying to give it a nudge. Yo, seriously. And I have to wrap it up in a few minutes, but listen up. No pun intended. But listen. So we're talking about new school lust. Folks don't really care what's going on right now, man. And it's real. It's really real out there. And so even if I back it, let me tone it back a little bit and back up, because we're also talking about from a relationship standpoint. So the reason why I'm tying the two in is because this new school lust, you linking up with the wrong person for the right reason, or you linking up for the right reason with the wrong person. You know what I mean? So those are things that you really got to pay attention to, because you got to find out what that person, you know, what that person's chemistry is all about. You know, what their background is. You know, how do they love? Do they know what love is? What's their values? You know, those are things that you just have to look at. But more important than that, man, you gotta have that sustainability. You gotta have the sustainability, man. That new school lust, you don't want to hang around no more. You don't want to fight no more. You know, you're so busy looking at so many options. It's like, look, man, I ain't got to deal with this. You know, I'm better than this. I'm bigger than this. Now, listen, I'm not saying if you're in a bad situation to stick around. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is be accountable for your activities. Be accountable for your activities, man. This new school lust is like, you know, folks don't want to work. They don't want to work. They don't even want to work in the beginning. It's kind of like, okay, you got that. You look like that. You're talking good. Let's make it happen. You still got to take your time, man. That old school love, man, you know, they courted. You know, when they made a commitment, it was like, yo, we gonna do this. And then when they was together, they was like, hey, we in it for the long haul. This new school lust, man, is like, look, first of all, you got together for the wrong reason. So now there's already a disconnect, because whenever something goes bad, you're like, well, damn, you know, I saw some flags anyway. It was like, yo, I had already saw some flags, so look, it just wasn't meant to be. You ghosted, B. You space ghost. That's that new school lust, man. That new school lust, the intentions aren't even to be together long term in the beginning. It's like, look, you know, I need what I need. Can you provide that? Cool. How long we gonna do this? All right, might just be that one time, might be a couple of times. It might be until you're tired of it. You know, it might be until whatever situation you got gets better. You heard what I just said? It might be as long as what you have going on gets better. That may be the length of time that you're in that whole lust situation, man. That's that new school lust. You know, people's intentions isn't even long term in the beginning. And if they are short term, then, you know, why is it short term? Like, what is that person going through? You got to look at why does that person have those needs right now? And you got to be prepared. If this is something that you want to do or say that you want to do, then you got to be prepared for that. Because you can't try to add old school love to new school lust. You can't do that. They don't mix. That's why there's mix and matches. That's why a person with old school love, and that's what they want to do, is linking up with somebody with new school lust, and then they get together. The sex is good. There's good chemistry, but the compatibility isn't there because the goals are different. The background is different. The intentions are different. So you can't even mix old school love with new school lust, because it's two completely different powers that you're dealing with. That's it. And that's all I got for y'all ass this morning, man. So I want to encourage everybody, man, to go ahead and take your time. Take your time. Know what you want for yourself. You know, have conversations with people that you're dealing with and want to deal with, man. Listen, the ladies are looking amazing. Y'all are so damn fine. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you gotta also look at, you know, what's really gonna make sense. Because you can get with somebody and it's all good for 2 months and you feeling some type of way, and then something goes left and you guys are at it, man. In 2 months, it was all good 2 months ago, and now you guys are at it, at each other's throat. And that doesn't even make sense, man. Think about it. That doesn't even make sense. You can't even build positive, functional relationships now. Everything doesn't have to result into a romantic ending. Everything doesn't have to result into a romantic ending, man. That's all I'm saying. All right? So, you know, just be careful out there, man. Be careful with people's hearts. You know, protect your own heart and all that. So I think one of the best ways to do that, of course, is to, you know, be open, honest, communicate. You know, think about your actions and activities, and, you know, handle yourself accordingly. Don't let any conversation be awkward with somebody. Don't let any conversation be awkward with anyone. Ask whatever questions you want to ask, man. All right, because once you get to a certain level, you're not gonna ask too many more questions, because you're gonna want to do what you're gonna want to do, and you're gonna want to keep it how it is. All right, that's just what it is. You're not gonna ask too many questions after you get to a certain point. So get all your damn questions out the way in the beginning. All right, that way you're not looking crazy, you know, a couple months down the line, because we've all looked crazy before. Trust. All right. So listen, man, have an amazing Friday and weekend. I appreciate you jumping in here and checking me out, man. I hope I shared some things, man, that even if you knew it, it was a friendly reminder. And if you didn't know it, you know, I hope that it's something that falls on a good place, man, that you can utilize it. All right, guys, so I appreciate you. You have a good day. GG checking out. Peace.